What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Jasmine, aka Jazz Word from Home. So when I hear some religious people talking or they speak, I often think to myself, and I'm not being judgmental here. You know, sometimes I'm a judgmental person, and God have to hit me on the back of my head and say, "I know you're not talking, girl. I know you're not talking. Look at where you came from." I think to myself, we can't serve the same God. We can't be reading the same Bible, because the mentality of some religious people is really ridiculous. Okay, people expect to just pray and God is just going to deliver them and give them all these goods and provisions, and he's going to provide for them and their needs without them doing anything. Where in the Bible do you find, hardly, most of the time, when before God gave provision, he gave you instructions on what to do to get the provision? A lot of the times, the prophets, the people in the Bible, they had to sacrifice something. They had to become uncomfortable. The children of Israel didn't get out of Egypt by just, oh, you know what, God set us free. They had to fight. They had to literally claw their way out because the Pharaoh didn't want to let them go. They had to sacrifice something. They had to plant seeds. There was a point in the New Testament where Jesus, he knew what he had to do. And he became so uncomfortable, because imagine just spreading the gospel and teaching people, hey, you don't need to be taken advantage of. You really can just come and do X, Y, and Z to get the favor of the Father. Because a lot of those people back during that time, they were getting taken advantage of by certain religious leaders, right? Imagine doing that, just trying to set people free, and people want to come after you and unalive you. They're attacking you everywhere you go. At one point, it got overwhelming for him. He was filled with sorrow. He went into the garden to pray, okay? And in the garden, he had a moment where he was like, God, take this cup from me. Like, I don't want to do this. But also, let your will be done. Take this cup from me if it's your will. Okay, so when I hear people, oh yeah, I'm just going to pray and do nothing. I'm just waiting on God. I'm like, yeah, that's not the prayer that Jesus prayed. That's not what happened in the Bible. People got uncomfortable. They was afraid. They were angry. They were mad with God. They were pissed off with God. Like, God, why you got me going through this? Read them stories. Read them for yourself. Don't just take my word from it. They were like, God, why am I doing this? Like, this don't make no sense. Like, you want me to do what? Note, please. I don't want to do it, but they had to do it anyway. So rarely did you see in the Bible people were in a place of comfort and not doing anything and they got blessed. Rarely. They had to be doing something. They had to move. When God say, okay, you going to go into this city. Oh, I'm going where? Look at Jonah. He was like, oh, I ain't going to no Nineveh. What? God, what are you talking about? Going where? However you say that city. I think it's Nineveh, whatever it's called. Jonah was like, nope, I'm good. Deuces. And God said, I got you. Yeah. Uncomfortable. They had to plant seeds while being uncomfortable, waiting for his instructions. And some of them were losing hope, losing faith, filled with sorrow, feeling anguish before the blessing was given. So make sure you're doing something. You're planting seeds. You're really following all the instructions that God is giving you. And before you ask for a blessing or talking about something, you waiting on God, because a lot of times God is waiting on us to move. Some of us haven't even did the first thing. And I know I could sit there and say I've done this. Some of us haven't even done the first thing God asked us to do. And we tell them something, we waiting on God. Period.